Hello and welcome to the Astro Vegan Cafe. Today I'm going to be making super fast and easy my new favorite way of eating potatoes, but I'm going to get it started and then talking to you while it's cooking because that's to cook for a couple of minutes. Okay, so basically what you need to get this started is, you can make as much as you want, but this is about a pound of baked potatoes. So this assumes you've got some baked potatoes on hand, and I'll tell you how all this came about. And I'm just chunking them up into this pan, into, I don't know, if you remember having maybe stew when you were a kid, stew-sized chunks. Maybe 1-inch pieces. So those are in there. And then I'm going to add to that a little water. And I haven't been measuring it, so I'm going to measure it tonight by how much I use. I'm thinking it's going to be about 2 tablespoons. Yeah, about 2 sort of splashy tablespoons. And then I'm adding vinegar. I'm using balsamic, but I would expect you can use any that you want. Organic balsamic. So I'm going to put about 3 tablespoons of vinegar in. And then I'm going to cut this on to medium. Well, I'll give it a little toss around, just to make sure all the potatoes have some stuff on them. Put it on medium and cover it and let them cook for a minute. So how this all came about, well, let me tell you the rest of the ingredients, then tell you how it came about. So the rest of the ingredients are simply going to be, so we've got about a pound of potatoes, some vinegar. I'm going to be using pepper, mustard powder, garlic, and some purple onion, but you could use onions of any color or no onions if you don't like them. So how this all came about is I baked potatoes in my oven, about once a week, so I have lots of, cold baked potatoes in my oven to eat. And so this does assume that you have some cold baked potatoes on hand. But, so anyway, I baked them in my oven, and I accidentally got Yukons instead of russets, and they ended up being really dry and horrible. And so I thought I've got to do something with these potatoes. And so I did this, what I'm doing now, and they came out to be the most delicious potatoes in the whole world. So that's how this came about. And so well, there they are cooking, and then while they cook, I'm turning it up a little bit more than I would just so, it'll cook quickly for this video, so you're not staying around my kitchen the whole time they're cooking. So anyway, that's the story of these potatoes, and it turned out to be just absolutely wonderful and so fast. And I'm having it tonight with about a pound of okra. So then the other thing I'm putting in is, I always have sliced onions in my fridge. I'm putting in about, I don't know, 1/4 of a small purple onion, the equivalent thereof. I've got them sliced really thin so that, they're kind of like not super strong. And of course, how much you use depends on how strong your onion is and how much you like onions. And I just cut them really thin because that's how I like the texture of them to be. Okay, so now it's just a matter of waiting for the potatoes to cook. What's going to happen is they're going to cook, they're going to absorb the liquid, and then they're going to kind of start to stick a little bit. And you can see in the pan they're now boiling like crazy. And they will actually, I'll give them a little stir since we're here, and they will actually suck up all of that liquid. You can cook them with the lid on. Just tonight, I'm just going to cook them with the lid off just to make this happen a little faster. But normally I just cook them with the lid on. So we're just cooking taters, folks. I can put about 5 pounds of potatoes. I can put about 5 pounds of potatoes in my toaster oven, so I can bake 5 pounds of potatoes at a time for a week, and then I put another 5 pounds of potatoes in my Instant Pot. So I can cook 10 pounds of potatoes all at once, and then have these potatoes for the whole week to do what I want with them. So for example, the steamed potatoes in the Instant Pot, I can cut and make into fries in my air fryer. I can, make a potato salad out of them. using cauliflower or word beans as dressing. I can you just eat them like that, and the same thing with the baked potatoes. You could, just eat them cold. They're great. Okay, so basically all this liquid has cooked away, and if yours start to stick, I'm not going to go through the stage. They almost always start to stick. But if they start to stick, and you go back and, when you try and do this, potatoes are stuck to the bottom of the pan, just take your pan off the heat, put the lid on it, take it off the heat, put the lid on it, and let it sit for like 4 minutes, and the inherent steam will soften up everything on the bottom, and chances are much less or nothing at all will stick. So there's my potatoes, with all their delicious cooked in vinegarness. I'm just going to pour it on top of those onions. And get all the yummy scrapings. I'm going to add pepper. Again, to taste, I did 10 grinds, so that was helpful to know. I'm going to put on some mustard powder. And this is 1/8 of a teaspoon, which is, I think I use about 1/2 of an eighth, so about 1/16 of a teaspoon, which of course, you can adjust to your own liking. And the same with the garlic, about 1/16 of a teaspoon. See if I can get it out of there. My container's getting kind of low. Alright, well, normally I sprinkle it, so I'm just going to go just a little bit more because that wasn't quite a 16. There we go. And then I usually put just a little extra vinegar on it, but you can again do that to taste. And mix it all up. And there you have it. Super, super delicious. I mean, like, it sounds like it's like nothing, but it's more delicious than you can actually imagine. And there it is, and I'm not going to bother tasting it because it's my dinner and I'm not eating yet, and me tasting it doesn't do you any good. So, have a great day, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.